Hi everyone, this is Viren again. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, this video is the next part of our CSCRF series, and today we will talk about the governance function in detail. So, as discussed earlier, there are five major goals, and all these goals is intermapped with six different functions as per CSCRF framework. So today we'll talk about the governance function, and this particular governance is basically a management part. Here we'll basically focus on the role of senior management committee and top HODs and then everyone. Okay, so this particular all this function has their own objective. So each and every function is defined with the objective. Objective means what you want to achieve, and standards. So what minimum has to do, that is what standard is. So आपको क्या अचीव करना है एंड व्हाट इज द मिनिमम स्टैंडर्ड, लाइक व्हाट आपको मिनिमम ये चीज इतना चीज होनी चाहिए आपके सिस्टम में, दैट इज व्हाट स्टैंडर्ड इज. So we'll talk about the governance function. Okay. So what exactly governance under CSCRF? So in simple terms, what we can say, governance defines how cybersecurity is managed, directed, and overseen inside the organization. Okay. Under CSCRF, governance supports the evol, of course. So as discussed earlier, the evol goal is everywhere. Like each and every step, you will see the evol goal of the cybersecurity resilience. So here in Evol, you have to learn and you have to improvise your cybersecurity posture. Now, if we talk about the objective one by one, so first objective is establishing strong governance structure. How we can do that? Okay, so SEBI requires every regulated entity to form a information security committee. Okay, responsible for the cybersecurity oversight. So those committee member can be secure from the security team, from the IT team, from the different operational operational department, for the brokers, like trading, dealing, and other compliance. So there will be group of people who creates a committee who discuss, form the gives their input to the brainstorming in the committee. There are multiple different roles of the committee. Of course, we will discuss in this detail later. So the second objective is board level cyber oversight. So board member must understand cyber risk, approve cyber security framework, and stay informed about the ongoing threat. So here, basically, they align the commitment of the management. Okay, company's management towards the cyber security and cyber risk. The third objective is clear policy, roles, and responsibility. Okay, this is the third objective. Entity must have documented cybersecurity policies, well-defined accountability from the CISO, or maybe from the business, or maybe IT units, somewhat anyone. Anyone can from the business give their input for the policy making. And generally, steering committee, or information security committee creates a policy for this thing, and board will approve and review and approve those policies. Fourth objective is strategic alignment to the business and resilience goals. Of course, governance will ensure the cybersecurity support the business objective and align to the SEBI, resiliency model. So, anticipate, withstand, contain, recover, and evolve. All these goals should be achieved, and the framework should be aligned with with all these goals. The fifth, objective of the governance function is continuous review and improvement. The that includes the periodic cybersecurity risk review, tracking maturity and improving the control using the mechanism like CCI index. Everybody heard about the CCI. Many people have done already in their organizations. Basically, this is a tool to do the gap assessment, your current status, understand the current status, and whatever like you have defined as a policy or roadmap, whether how and uh, that will help you to understand your position in the your roadmap. Okay, so these all were the objective of the governance function, and to achieve those objectives we have to define certain standards. Okay, so now we will talk about the standards. Standard means mandatory requirement in very simple words. Okay, and if we talk about the standards like govern, so basically the first standard is creating a, governance structure. Okay, so entity must form a information security committee. This is the first standard as part of the structure, that with the authority to drive the cybersecurity decision. Second standard is board oversight standard. Board must participate in identifying the critical system, review cybersecurity risk and approving the policy, and so many things basically. So that will of course I discussed define the management commitment. The policy and accountability standard is like a organization must maintain the formal cybersecurity policies. This is the minimum bare minimum that you have to do of creating a policies. You have to define the roles, the responsibility, that has to be documented, communicated. अगर मेरा कुछ roles and responsibility define किया हुआ है management ने और मुझे ही मालूम नहीं, so that will not work. So basically communicated and enforced, of course. That the fourth part is cybersecurity risk management standard. So regulatory risk assessment are mandatory, including post quantum risk, like this is this that makes you future ready. Okay, and that this is the simple example, the post quantum risk, like the quantum computing, and that quantum computers will calculate thousands year of calculation within the minutes, and after that your encryption, those can be decrypt within within minutes, and your all the encryption methodology and everything will goes on the toss. Okay, so that is they are saying that we need to be ready about that. Of course, there will be a new technology and there will be new encryption levels to counter the quantum computing, of course, and we are just waiting for that. The fifth part is compliance and reporting. Of course, this is the minimum thing that you have to do. We have to governance required entity to review, implement, progress, this thing. Submit mandatory cybersecurity reports. So you have to do the assessment. You have to audit. You have to do the CI, and you have to submit to the exchange. Then next thing is maintain their CCI score annually. Of course, that is mandatory for the QRE only, not for the mid size or small size REs. Okay, so why is governance is so critical? So because governance ensure cybersecurity is not just a IT function. Okay, it becomes a business function owned by the leadership and embedded in the decision making. Okay, so it creates accountability, reduce the cyber risk of posture, and strengthen the investor confidence. So this is why governance is that much important. So this is the first and very base function of the all complete framework. So to sum up, it is CSCR of governance is all about the leadership, structure, accountability, continuous improvement, in cybersecurity. And if you are a part of regulated entities, strengthening your governance is the foundation for the meeting all the SCRF requirement. And thank you for watching. If you want a script for the or for the training videos or presentation on the CSR governance policy template, anything, just drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, or for more cybersecurity insight. Thanks very much. And anyone wants a video on specific technology or any specific things which is a part of CSCRF or which is a part of cybersecurity, just let me know in the comments. Thanks very much. Thanks everyone. Bye. Have a good day.